Hello everyone, my name is Isabel and welcome back to my personal finance channel, Your Friendly Budgetarian. So for everyone who is new here in my channel, hello friends, I have been creating videos about personal finance as well as documenting my path towards financial freedom, and I'm starting that off by paying 6 figures worth of student loans. So if you guys are interested, please click the subscribe button down below. So for today's video, I honestly have just not been motivated to show my face, and it's just been a lazy day for me. So I'm just gonna do a voiceover for now, but for sure next week I hope that I will have more energy to show my face. But without any further ado, let's get started with my April budget closeout. All right, so this is an overview for my April budget. I know there's a couple of reds and a couple of greens, but overall, it's not too bad. I did reach my lowest amount in my buffer account for the end of this April month, but at the same time, I have also had my highest paying amount for my student loans. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with my April income. All right, so April was a 3-paycheck month for me, luckily. I did not do any overtime shifts. Honestly, I have not been doing that for a couple of months now. I mean, I could probably ask, but it's not similar from like last year's, wherein it's like we really need help that bad. If anything, if I do overtime shifts, it will just maybe help a little bit, but not like by a lot. So I haven't really had like the courage to ask, just because I feel like it's not really needed necessarily. But overall, it's been the same. As you can see, it's about $3,334 and something cents in every paycheck. I did receive my tax return this month. Hooray for me, as I finally have completed my tax return as well as of my fiance's. I had to pay a little bit extra because I did avail for the insurance thingy, or like if we get audited, because honestly I was not quite sure if I did it correctly. I mean, for the most part I did enter the numbers, like accurately, obviously, but I don't know with regards to like my recharacterization or redistribution of my funds, if I did something wrong with that. But if anything, yeah, at least I will be protected if ever I do get audited. But I do have it was a very minimal, how at the end, because I use TurboTax, and at the end it says how risky it will be for you to be audited by the IRS and stuff, and it says mine is very low. So I'm feeling confident that I won't have any problems with that. But yeah, I just paid a little bit of extra. So it was supposed to be around $1,800, but I ended up paying about $80 for the fees and the insurance and whatnot. For my pre-tax contributions, I still put in about $350 for my 401k/TSP. And then since there's 3 paychecks, so it was about $1,050. For my side hustle, okay, so this one is not really a side hustle, but I told my previous boss or district manager from my for my previous, because how I had 2 jobs from last year, and my side hustle is being an immunizer at a retail company, and so they asked me if I want to stay on team or quit, which honestly I had a good rapport with them and I think they liked me. But obviously I haven't really worked any shifts because I've been busy with my full-time job. So I told them that unfortunately I had to quit. But yeah, for some odd reason, I still receive some paycheck. I don't know if I honestly don't know where it came from. Maybe some extra bonus, some last bonus, but it was $138.73, which I am really so happy about. And then my checkings roll over from the start of the month of April was $500.66. So overall, I had about $13,413 as my income for the month of April. So for the next one, I have my fixer monthly expenses for mortgage. So I don't know if you guys have been following me on my Instagram, but I did pay an additional, like a second additional principal payment towards our mortgage. So instead of my usual $61.98, I added about $95. The reason behind is that I just wanted to achieve a balance of $440,000 for our mortgage. So that's the remaining balance, and that includes the interest and everything. So I wanted to make it like an equal, like 000 balance at the end. So that's why I paid additional, and I'm super happy because we crossed that mark. So $440,000 more. That's a lot of money, but I mean, at least with my fiance and I's paycheck, I know we will be able to, complete that hopefully in like less than 5 years or so. I mean, same thing as what I did with regards to, my student loans, and now there's gonna be two of us, so hopefully, For my electricity and gas, so unfortunately, I know I've been saying this for the past couple of months, where it is like a steady amount, but unfortunately, I had to pay an extra fee because I think for basically from the months from January to March, it's definitely more than $110. I mean, honestly, it was almost $200 at some point for maybe 2 of those 3 months, and I've only been paying $110. So I think what they did, since it was a lot of like unpaid amount, so they just added it onto the current monthly statement. So I think that's what happened, and so now I had to pay $221.14, which honestly, I mean, I don't mind, because obviously we were gonna pay it anyway. So yeah, and I would honestly rather do this now than make all the extra payments for the unpaid amounts at the end of the year, and it will be like a hefty balance, and then I would have to budget for it for like the holidays and all that stuff. So I would rather pay it now. So that's totally fine. For the internet is still the same thing, $65. For waste management, so it's $64.92. Technically, I could have just put it in for $65, but I just wanted to put the actual amount. For a sewage system, it's $150.78. Also, for those who are new here in my channel, our waste management and sewage system, we do pay for that quarterly, and since April is the start of the second quarter, so that's why. For subscriptions, besides my usual, like my anime subscription and the cloud storage, I paid for Spotify. So if you guys don't know, sometimes Spotify gives offers for like $9.99 for 3 months. And because I'm a cheap ass person, I do wait for those offers when they come in. Typically, they only give those offers to like people who are new to Spotify or something like that. But I've had my account for a couple of years now. I'm on and off with the premium, but really I do just wait for those offers when they come in, because yeah, I get to pay $10 for only 3 months. So, and it's not like I always use Spotify anyway. But obviously, if I do get the premium, then I use the most out of it. For phone, still nothing. And water, it's still about the same because, again, we still have not turned on our sprinklers. I know we need to, but since we still have, like, one of our pipes is still broken, so that's why my fiance haven't turned it on yet. So we're still, like, doing manual watering of our plants. So overall, I had to pay about $712.37 for fixed or monthly expenses. All right, so now for the most exciting part, the variable expenses. Honestly, it's not that bad, but I do feel bad with, like, my donations for this month because this is, like, one of my high income month, but I did not donate a lot. And I really do feel bad about that. But I'll try my best to, catch up. And anyways, so for the grocery, I'm glad that I was only able to spend less. I mean, again, kudos to my fiance for supporting me in this tough time of just trying to pay off my loans, because for the most part, obviously, if it's not me paying, it will be him. So that's why I was able to go under budget. Housing, that one, I think so whenever we buy, like, Blu-rays or whatnot, movies, I do actually put it under housing because it's not like I make a budget for, like, entertainment, to be honest. So I think we bought a couple of movies, and when we went to California, I did buy a drawer. You guys probably know it. It's the Alex drawer. So I bought that, and some things from Target, I believe. For personal, it's $216.55. Actually, the Alex drawer is under personal, actually. And then I bought a book. It's oh gosh, I forgot the title, but I will put it in the screen. I bought a book at Target, and what else did I do for personal? And I bought a coffee drip and a milk frother. So at first, I was like, I haven't really been spending a lot of, like, personal stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna buy a coffee drip and a milk frother. And then little did I know that I have overspent right by the end of the month, because that's when we went to a trip to California. So, but yeah, it's fine. Again, it doesn't really hurt my budget in the long run, but it just sucks to be over the budget. So yeah. Medical and health. So this is the last, like, remaining balance for my appointments, for my medical appointments back in March. Unfortunately, I had some copays that I thought I wouldn't have, but I did. So yeah, I just had to pay for it. $78.75. Transportation, I still have a full gas in April, so I didn't have to pay for it. And again, typically I do just get gas like once every 2 months, so which I'm really, really grateful about. Eating out, so good, $39.35. I did splurge on, like, maybe two coffees at work, and then one like poke bowl delivered to my work, which honestly I don't do all the time. Again, if you guys follow my Instagram, I always post like, we have food at home, hashtag we have food at home, because I want to promote that, like, eating at home is, like, is cheap and will save you a lot of money, and sometimes it's not convenient, but honestly it helps to spark that creative side of your brain, wherein, like, oh, what can I cook when out of all of these ingredients and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely promote that hashtag we have food at home, so you guys definitely should do that too. For pets, nothing. Donations, again, this is the one that I'm really, really sad about. I said that I will be donating about $200, and then at the end of the month, I was like, I'm even less than my buffer amount that I always tried to save up. So like I try to put at least $500 in my checkings account, but it's way less than that. So you guys will see, but yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. Travel, so we spent about $582.70 between my fiance and I. Well, at least this one is the one coming from my paycheck. This did include our hotel stay and some of the Lyft that we had to do. I mean, by Lyft, it's like Lyft or Uber. So that's that. Miscellaneous, so $492.43. That is from my registration to like one of the conventions or gathering that we're gonna do in July, and then also I had to pay for my fiance's gas the other day in April, so I just include that in miscellaneous. Also, I completely forgot that I skipped gift. So $125 was the money that I budgeted, or I mean I spent for my siblings, because it's funny. So my sister and my brother, they're not twins, but their birthdays falls on April 29 and April 30, which is really funny, but yeah, so that's what I spent for them. And then family giving, I just had to send some amount to my family, so it's $300. So overall, I spent about $2,490 for my variable expenses, which is, I know it's in the red, but it's not by a lot, which is still okay with me. Typically, if it's like, plus 100 or maybe even plus 200, I'll be okay with it. But yeah, that's all right. So for my sinking fund / savings / retirement, so this is probably, I would say, one of the most boring savings retirement for since the start of this year, because I did not contribute a lot. And as I have told you guys in my previous budget videos, my budget closeout, budget with me, I've been going back and forth with whether or not I should invest or put some money into my Roth IRA, my HSA and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, all right, let's just go over this. So for my first one, my M1 Spend Plus, that is my high yield savings account that I opened at the start of this year. Right now, it yields about 1% interest every month. And so I typically try to put $200 every month, but I think for this month I did not, because I was trying to just put them all in my debt payments. So I did not put anything for that. My M1 Finance brokerage account, that's actually my second brokerage account, I did not put anything, as well as for my Wealthfront brokerage account, which is my robo-advisor brokerage, I also did not put anything. So, and I know the market's dipping right now, and I know I could buy some stocks at a discount, but honestly, I try not to look at it and be depressed about it. But yeah, for now, it's just zero. And then after I've paid off my loans, then I will probably this will be the new high balanced account, hopefully. Anyways, crypto, I just put in $10 because this will not hurt my budget at all. And I'm still trying to, play with it and navigate what will happen and stuff. So I've been putting just $10 a month. For my Roth traditional IRA, I did put $300. I did not put the $500 that I thought I was going to budget for, but that's totally fine because I still have until before April of next year to fully fund my Roth IRA account. For my HSA, so my health savings account, I put in $155. And for my TSP or my 401k, I put in $1,050 because I, again, put in $350 per paycheck. So all in all, it's still not bad. $1,515 total for my sinking fund / savings / retirement. I was only off by $200, which, again, that all probably just went to my debt. And so now, all right, so it's not a lot. Good thing. I only have student loans. That CC that you guys see over there, that's for credit cards. Sometimes there's like some balances that I was not able to close out for the previous month. So I just, transferred to the next month. So I had to pay $614 for like the previous month's expenses. And see this? $8,000. $8,000 for 1 month. I usually put about $3,300 to $4,000 maybe, but I doubled it for this month. And it's because first, I have my 3 paychecks for this month. Second, I have my tax return. And then unfortunately, there were other parts of my budget that had to be compromised. So that's the reason why I was able to pay off $8,000 for this month. And I'm really happy about that. Well, I'm happy in a sense that I'm really like sprinting towards the finish line just to be debt free before the end of this year. But I know it's a lot of money that could have just been spent elsewhere, to investing, to giving. But I'm almost there. And yeah, I can definitely feel it. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm so close. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this is just more of to show you guys, to motivate you guys. Like, definitely budgeting helps a lot. In the past almost 2 years that I've started budgeting back in August 2020, I have learned a lot. I've learned to be patient. I have learned new skills that were not taught in school, but are definitely helpful with regards to just going through life, like these are like life skills, life hacks that you eventually learn when you try to budget for your money, when you try to know about the taxes, about finances and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm going off a tangent here, but I'm trying to tell you guys that if you take care of your finances, obviously it's another thing to take care of your like mental health, your spiritual health, emotional health and all that. But finances is definitely another thing that people should be taught about in school, but is not. But once you get like a hold of it, once you know more information about it, you can definitely like basically accomplish like your goals, your dreams in life. All right, so just for the breakdowns, this is actually kind of interesting for me because I feel like this month alone is probably the closest or most accurate it has ever been with regards between my budgeted breakdown versus my actual breakdown. So as you can see in the pie chart, I do have about 64% towards debts, and it's really similar. It's really funny. Fixed expenses, my actual is 5% versus my 4% in my budgeted. And then variable expenses it's really the same, 18%. And then savings is about 11%, which is, again, it's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with how my April turned out to be. I'm just really glad that I was able to pay off a lot of my debts, and now there's only, May, June, July, August. So I have about maybe at least 4 months, 3 to 4 months or so. And then, yeah, I can't believe that I could say this. In 3 to 4 months, I could be debt free. I can. I gotta marinate those feelings for a bit. But yeah, if you guys like my video and are interested to know more on how I do my finance, please click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the notification bell so that you guys will be notified as soon as I upload a new one. So with that said, I hope that you guys have a good day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!